Hi everyone! To celebrate the new year, I am going to be sharing 4 really wonderful yoga sequences this month that can be done individually or linked together for a longer practice. We are going to start things off today with a really wonderful seated practice. This can be done first thing in the morning, or if you're feeling tired or lethargic throughout the day. I love to do this sequence. It really helps to warm you up, to give you some energy, and bring some movement into your joints, which is usually much needed if you have been sitting at a desk all day. Now to get started, you're gonna come into a seated position, either cross-legged or on your knees. And if you have any discomfort in your hips, you can just grab a block or a pillow and just sit on that to lift your hips up. This is really gonna help as we're sitting in a seated position throughout this whole sequence. We're gonna start by sitting up tall, bringing our shoulders down away from our ears, relaxing through your upper body, and bring your hands either to your knees, or you can bring one hand onto your belly, one hand onto your chest. We're going to start with our deep breath into our belly. And don't be afraid to have an audible breath here as well. If you're doing this at home alone, nobody else is listening, it's okay. For the second part of our 3-part breath, we're going to try to bring the breath up into our ribs, really expanding. So try to feel that expansion through your ribs, through your mid-body. So breathe in through your belly, bring the breath up into your ribs, and then exhale through your ribs, through your belly. Let's do it again. For the last part of the breath, we're gonna bring it right up into our chest, expanding through the whole front side of our body. So belly, ribs, chest, and then exhaling all the way through, really sucking your belly button towards the back of your spine at the end of your breath. Try to elongate your breath. Elongate your exhale. And use your hands. Really feel if you're feeling that expansion, if the expansion is actually happening through your body. Let's stay here for a few more rounds. Trying to make the last breath your longest and deepest. And then fully exhaling every little last bit of air on the end of the breath. Now that we've warmed up our lungs, we're gonna start to warm up our joints, our shoulders, and our hips. So we're gonna start just by doing some simple wrist movements. This may seem very easy, but you'll probably right away start to hear some cracks, some things really moving around. You start to realize that if you sit at a computer all day or you're using your hands a lot, that your wrists can actually get quite sore. I hope you can't hear that clicking. Can ya? And then let's interlace our hands and just give yourself a little bit of a hand massage here. This can be done in this sequence, but also anytime throughout the day when you need a break from your desk, if you're feeling sore through your hands or your wrists or your fingers. And then we're gonna just do some circles with our hands interlaced. Nice job. And you can probably still hear that cracking. It may never stop. All right, and let's warm up our hands. So just rub them together. Give yourself a little bit of self-love. Let's put them on our cheeks. We're gonna rub our hands together. Again, some self-love. Put them on your heart. And one more time, rub. Help bring a little bit of calmness. Put them on our eyes. This is really good in the winter, in January, in those cold months. Do it again if you're still feeling chilly. We're gonna start to warm up our shoulders. So let's bring our shoulders up to our ears. Big breath in. And then with a big sigh, let them go. Big breath in, shoulders up. Big breath out, let them go. One more time. Big breath in and out. And starting to just roll them. First gently, and then we're really gonna exaggerate this movement. So on your inhale, bring them up. And on your exhale, bring them back. Really concentrating on bringing your shoulder blades together and then down your spine. Inhale up. Exhale, bring your shoulder blades together and down. Really accentuating that movement, exaggerating it. One more time. In, all the way back, and then all the way down. Nice work. Let's bring some more movement into our arms, into our shoulders. We're going to interlace our fingers here. Bring them in front of your body. We're going to drop them down. We're going to inhale them up. Exhale out. Push through your fingertips. Inhale all the way up over your head. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears. And then exhale all the way down. We'll do 2 more rounds. So bring your fingertips together. Inhale up. Really bringing the energy up through your body. Exhale out. Inhale all the way up. Shoulders down. Exhale, release. 1 more time. Let's inhale up. Exhale out. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Nice work. So we found some movement in our shoulders, our wrist, our arms. Let's bring some movement into our hips. Now, making sure you have a comfortable seat. Again, if you want to lift yourself up here, feel free to do so. It's going to help you in this pose. And we're going to start to just bring some movement into our hips. So coming forward and then coming back, rounding through your spine on your way back. Inhaling forward. Exhaling on your way back. Now, sometimes you can find some kind of sticky parts here. If you do, feel free to just stay with it, work through that area, and then once you feel like you've found some release, keep moving. We're going to do 1 more full rotation forward. And then in yoga, we always have to do every side. So let's reverse that rotation and go the other way. Again, stopping if you find any areas that feel a little bit stiff, more sore than others. And don't forget to breathe. 1 more time, all the way around and back. Good work. So we found some movement in our hips. Let's move through our spine. Bring your hands to your knees. We're going to inhale, our shoulders back, chest up, head to the sky. And then exhale, round through your spine, looking towards your belly button. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, round. 2 more times. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, round. Inhale back to center. And just a gentle twist here. So bringing opposite hand to opposite shoulder. Give yourself a little bit of leverage, planting your other hand behind your body, lifting up, and just gently twisting. Again, making sure shoulders are down away from the ears, lengthening through your spine as you twist. Back to center. Take a breath to reset. Inhale. Exhale. And twist. Again, really finding leverage here. So using your back hand to lift yourself up and twisting, looking behind you. And then coming all the way back to center. Now from here, we've moved through our back body, so let's start to move through our side body. Inhaling your arms up over your head, shoulders down away from your ears. Exhale, come over to the side, reach through your fingertips, really concentrating on stretching through your side body and keeping both hip bones and sit bones rooted to the ground. Stretch through your fingertips. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, release. Bend over to the opposite side. We're going to flow through this a few times. So inhaling up, exhaling over. Inhaling all the way up, exhaling to release. And you can look up towards the ceiling on each time or on each rotation. Also giving yourself a passive neck stretch here. Warming up before we do a more significant neck release. So on our next inhale up, we're going to pause, take a full inhale, reach through your fingertips. And then exhale, reach all the way over to the side through your fingertips. This time we're really going to let our neck go. So you can find some additional movement here, moving your neck up and down. Find the spots that feel a little bit sticky. This is really great, especially in the morning. If you've slept in a weird position, sometimes your neck can have quite the kink in it. And then to accentuate that stretch, we're going to reach through our top hand, bring it down until it's about 6 inches, a foot off the ground. Reach through your fingertips, reach through the crown of your head. You should start to feel a really great stretch through the side of your neck. Again, you can find a little bit of movement here in your neck. Hold it for 1 more breath. Inhale, exhale. And then gently lift yourself back up You're actually going to help your head back up to center here, being really gentle on your neck, showing it a little bit of love because we don't usually. We're going to repeat on the other side. So inhaling all the way up, exhaling over to the side, reaching through those top fingertips, opening up towards the ceiling. So really rotating through your upper body. And again, just start to move your neck. Figure out how you're feeling today. And then exhale your fingertips down and reach through your fingertips. Reach through the crown of your head, spreading through your fingers, and find a stretch through the side of your neck. Remember to breathe. Remember to smile. You should be feeling good right now. And then inhaling back to center, helping your neck all the way back up. And then just taking one breath to center yourself here. So inhale, exhale. We're going to move into a gentle back bend. So bringing your hands beside your body, making sure your shoulders are down and opening through your chest, really opening your front body, looking up, looking back. You may feel a little exposed here. It's okay, especially in the first back bend of the day. And then gently bring yourself back up to center. And we're going to move our spine forward. But for this pose, I'm just going to remove my block from underneath me. I'm going to bring my feet slightly out in front of me and put the soles of my feet together, almost like the pages of a book. So you can separate them slightly. Inhale, tall through your spine. And then exhale, start to fold forward. And you can round here. It's okay. It's a little bit of a passive forward fold. If you're feeling a lot of tension through your hips here, or this is really uncomfortable for you, just move your feet further away from your body. That's going to make it a little bit easier for you. And if this is super easy, again, you can just move your feet closer towards you. So find the spot that works best for you. Then we're going to relax here for about 3 breaths. Let your head hang heavy. We often tend to hold a lot of tension in our neck. We hold our head up, and it's not necessary, so just let it go. And then coming out the same way we came in, we're going to round our spine up, come back to seated. We're going to bring our left foot in here, and then we're going to bring our right leg and knee right into our body, hug it in, and then just extend it forward. We're going to do this a few times, just loosening up our hip and our knee, and bring it out. And one more time, hug it in. This time when you hug it in, let's do some ankle circles. Again, just like when we did this with our wrists, it's not unusual to hear some cracking, feel some things moving around. And although this is one of the simplest stretches, it's actually one that for me really feels the best. And I find it makes a difference throughout my day. Once you're putting your shoes on, if you're putting high heels on, if you're putting work boots on, whatever you're wearing throughout your day, this is really going to help to make your feet just feel a little bit happier. Once we finish that, let's move on to the other side. So hugging our left knee in this time, giving it a good hug, and then extending it out in front of us. Bring it back in, and extending out. One more time, bringing it in, really hugging it this time, feeling a little bit of compression through your hip joint. And then let's do some ankle circles. Making sure, hear that crack, making sure that you go one way and then the other. And finding those spots that might feel a little bit more sore than others. And then once we finish that off, we're going to do one last pose for our feet. We're going to interlace our fingers between our toes. And we're actually just going to use our fingers to really move those toes back and forth. Again, you may hear some cracking here, but it's like a little massage for every single one of your toes. And you're getting a little bit of a wrist stretch at the same time. Once you're finished with that foot, let's move to the other one, interlacing your fingers between your toes, and just moving them back and forth. It can be as gentle or as aggressive as you want here, just making sure that you don't feel any pain. And let's come back to seated. We're going to finish today's practice just with a few more deep breaths in a seated position. Again, if you feel any tension in your hips, grab your block. Just place that underneath yourself, lift yourself up. placing our hands onto our knees, sitting up tall. Bringing your chin slightly towards your chest, lifting your heart. Return back to that 3-part breath that we practiced at the beginning of the sequence. Now, if you need to move on with your day, this is a great place to end your practice. But if you are looking for a longer routine, be sure to check out the description box because I've got links to some really wonderful active sequences. And don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to be sharing so many great videos with you guys, and I can't wait for you to see them. So I hope you have a really wonderful day, and I can't wait to share the mat again with you very soon.